Hi everybody, this is Bug-Ass Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the McFarlane Toys GameStop exclusive The Witcher 3 Bloody Ice Giant figure. So before we take a look at the Ice Giant, let's take a look at the only accessory that he comes with, his base. So that is the only thing that he comes with, and he stands really well on his own, so you really don't need this. So taking a look at this head sculpt, McFarlane Toys did an amazing job on this. I really like the way this looks. The sculpt to it looks really good. That blood looks really nice. And that's what makes this different from the normal version, is this one's covered in blood. And I definitely prefer it. The blood on the head looks really nice. You can see his teeth and gums. He has a little bit of brown wash over the teeth, making them look rotten. He even has a little bit of light there in his eyes, his red eyes. His hair and beard, they're sculpted really, really nicely. And it has some brown paint variation over top of it. You can see some more blood splattered there in his hair. The fur pelt covering his back is sculpted very, very nicely. It looks pretty realistic. He also has rope around him, and that's sculpted really nicely. There you can see some teeth there attached to the rope. Some more blood there. His skin has some really, really nice texturing to it. The sculpt to the skin looks really good. It also has a wash over top of it. I think it's like a grayish color, but it brings out those details very nicely. You can see all the warts and everything on his skin. The sculpt of this is just so well done. On his left arm, you get some more rope with some bone hanging from it, as well as this piece of fabric. That looks really good. You get some more blood down here on his hands and on his forearm here. I love the way this looks. Some really glossy blood, and the way it's splattered and the way it's on his hands looks really good. You can see the sculpt detail to his fingers there, all the wrinkles and everything in them, along with that wash. If you look closely, he even has some texturing to his fingernails, and that's a really nice attention to detail. There you can see some more of the blood on the inside of his hand there. On the right side, you get this forearm cover with some more rope and some bones tied to it. Some bloody bones. That looks really good. The rope extending down here to his hand. You can see some his crooked fingernails. This thing is just really, really detailed. The texturing to his loincloth looks really good. He has a little bit of paint variation to the rope around here on his waist. He has thigh armor made out of bone, and the bone has some nice paint variation to it. Looks really good. And then on the right side, this right side is completely covered with blood. I wish there would have been some blood on this side. As you can see, there's a little bit of splatter going on right here, but this right side is absolutely covered. I would have preferred the left to be as well. And if you look, he actually has a little bit of blood even down here on his feet, which the feet still have that really nice texturing to them. And then the nails are sculpted just like the fingernails. They have the little texturing to them and everything. So yeah, this figure is really nice. He's sculpted really nicely and painted really nicely. I didn't get the regular version, but I'm glad because this bloody version is much better. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. So he has a ball-jointed head, but because of the way the hair is sculpted, you really don't get much up and down movement. It's very slight. He can look side to side, and that's about all the articulation you're going to get from that. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move all the way out. He has single-jointed elbows that can just about bend in all the way. I'm having a little trouble keeping it in frame here because he's so large. He has swivel at the wrist that can move down all the way, back all the way, and side to side. He has a ball-jointed diaphragm and waist that can't really move back that far. It's kind of hindered. Can move down just very slightly. But he can move side to side in both areas. Because of the way this is sculpted right here, the articulation does stop right there. Still, only his hips will only move out that far. He can kick forward more than I thought he'd be able to. He can kick back very slightly. He has swivel at the thigh that's pretty nice. He has single jointed knee that can only bend back that far. He has ball jointed ankles that can move down all the way, up all the way, spin all the way around, and toe articulation that can move up all the way. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here he is next to Geralt, and he towers over Geralt. He is a humongous figure. Up next, here he is next to Siri. And finally, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Thor figure. And these scale really well together. So yes, you can actually use this for a Frost Giant from Marvel if you wanted to. There is a regular version, so you can actually army build this and get some really cool pictures with the Frost Giants and Thor going. So yeah, you can do that if you want to. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up because this is an amazing figure. He's humongous. He has some really, really awesome sculpted detail. The paint is really nice. That blood splatter is very, very nice. The articulation is a little hindered, but that's really my only complaint with this figure. So yes, definitely pick this figure up. It is awesome. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.